All right.
Bang, bang.
Guys, 50 episodes.
Shock.
Jesus.
Not Jesus.
Whew.
Like, in looking back, I don't know what I thought it was going to feel like, but this is very interesting.
This is a major accomplishment. We got 50 episodes in.
Yeah.
I told you guys I went back listened to our first episode and we're a funny bunch.
Oh, it's not where I thought you were going to go, but good.
You just think that, or like others also share that
I don't
notion?
know. I still enjoy talking to y'all 50 episodes later.
Okay,
so.
I'll take that.
That's a plus.
Yeah.
I will say, like, when people are like, oh, like, what is it like? I think someone asked us on Thursday, like,
Yeah.
do you feel like recording this podcast has changed our friendship at all?
Yeah. Do you guys think that?
Do you think it's changed it? I don't think
I
it's
feel like
changed
I feel like I know
it.
more about you guys.
Yeah, I was just about to
Same.
say that.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like if anything, like, we're more locked in than we were, which
Yeah.
I didn't know was a possible ascension.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it guarantees I'm going to see you guys at least once a month.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is
Outside
That's
of
always
summers.
the fun part. Yeah.
Outside of breaks.
outside of, life.
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's a celebration. Every time we link up.
Celebrate
Okay.
good times.
Come on.
Gonna try to pop this bottle effectively.
Get it. Come on. Pop bottles. I feel like you're a bottle girl.
Had
Hey,
anybody
get it.
reflected and been like, did I think we do 50 episodes? Did anyone?
Oh,
was
we're going to
anyone
quit by now?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not trying to be funny about it, but I don't know that I even thought about what it would feel like
Getting this far?
Getting this far, right?
Honestly, mine was, not that this is not a milestone, but mine was 100.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember Kev on stage was like, if you can make it to 100 episodes, like, you're...
said 50. Okay, it's about to happen.
Oh!
That's not going to do it.
I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I think you're all right. I think it is 100, but
I thought he said if you're 100, he's like, you're locked in.
Yeah.
If you can get to 100 episodes, you're locked in.
Thank you.
well, here's to our
Wow.
halfway point.
Yes.
Not me using this as that marker.
It's our half situation.
No, I appreciate somebody bringing it up because I think
I'm just kidding.
what a lot of people will do is will aim for 100, but won't really take into consideration where you come from. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
you talking about that first episode, us
had
recording in my house,
no video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we've come a far way.
Done a lot. We now have a producer.
music.
Before it was just us.
don't forget
I mean-
P.
How could I? He's eating, so I'll pour you up later. Okay.
Pull it up.
Watching my phone.
Well, cheers, guys.
Woo, woo.
To 50
Here's the
episodes.
50.
Yay!
And to
Sorry,
50
Ty, I
more.
should have brought you some sparkling cider.
It's okay. It's
We
okay.
never think about the non-alcoholics.
Sorry.
I didn't know how to respond to that.
We got to do better.
It's okay.
Oh, this one's good too.
Look at you being a fan.
you've come a long
2
way.
episodes in a
Haven't
row.
Haven't I?
All right.
You don't like the champagne? Yeah.
Not normally.
Oh my God.
All right, let's kick this off.
Okay.
Let's get it
All right.
popping.
Hey, it's Saya.
I'm Carol.
Why are we laughing?
Because you always have this long, pregnant pause.
Because I don't know whether or not we want to, if for editing purposes, trying to help my
I
boy.
think it's the right call. It's still just funny. It is funny to me.
Every time.
Because we just been here talking to you, so then in the
And then we
middle of
look
the
at you.
conversation,
It's almost
you
like
introduce yourself,
that
it's funny.
pregnant pause you give right before you.
Yes, I'm getting into my
First,
zone.
give honor to God.
Do it again.
That was accurate.
Another pause.
Hey, it's Saya.
I'm Carol.
It's Tiffany.
I'm Nicole, and this is what keeps us together.
Basically, the group chat in your head.
Living rent free.
Ayo.
You know what I do love that we went back to effing up the intro on the 50th of Hub.
We
haven't done that in a long time.
That is
Does laughing count as a mess up?
I don't know. I'm just like, wow, we're really bringing
I
it
feel
back.
like it's not the same as what do I say?
Yeah.
Which was like episodes 1 through 25.
who's first.
What order we gonna go?
I listened on the first episode. We were talking about how we recorded like 4 times before we actually knew that we were recording.
Remember we had a whole episode that we recorded, but it wasn't recording?
It was the
Yes.
first one.
Growing pains.
Wow. Matter of fact, let me check the mixer now. All right, we're good.
While we're developing our growing pains, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave us a comment. Let us know that you're watching
Yes,
so that
please.
we can shout you out.
Oh yeah, let's go shout somebody out real quick.
Hey.
Yes, all of our followers, and we have been appreciating the engagement.
Yeah,
Y'all
thank
have
you guys.
Y'all been hyping us up.
Yes, so we thank y'all. Keep them coming. Let us know what you like. what you don't like, what y'all definitely have been letting us know.
Yeah,
Or if you've been here since the beginning, like let us know what your favorite episode was, the first 50.
Come on here.
That's right. So we will at some point do some reflections on this. We would love to hear what y'all's input is on it as well.
Yeah, I'm going to shout out Just Jonathan Adriel, who actually did our intro song during season 1, and he's been commenting on us. So, Jay, hey.
We love you.
Hey, boo.
Yeah. So this week's episode is not sponsored by, but it should be, Throat Coat. And it's not what you think.
That
Maybe
Nancy
it is.
Reagan.
I wasn't ready.
I have been having coughing fits this whole week. My son is sick. And Patrick suggested this for me to help me not cough anymore. And if you get it from the grocery store, it is a tea. This is sorcery. It is amazing. You should get it. It is called Throat Coat. I don't know who named it.
They didn't have any
Ooh,
black
baby.
people in the room.
Yeah. That should be the commercial. Ooh, baby. Throat coat. So yeah, if you're coughing, get this. This is
Nancy
amazing.
Reagan walking by in the in the background.
It's great stuff.
If you know, you know.
If you need a jingle, hit us up.
Call us.
Oh, Lord. All right. So for our 50th episode, what we decided we were going to do is we're going to talk about the queen herself.
The goat.
Queen bee.
The goat.
There you go. Look at that. Like, that nice transition. Beyonce.
Not the throat coat.
Not the throat goat.
Maybe she is. I don't know.
I was talking about the goat part, not the throat part.
Okay. Sorry. No disrespect.
Not me. That was her.
No disrespect,
Respectfully.
queen.
Respectfully.
Took a sharp turn.
Right. Just the goat.
Okay.
Just the goat.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. So we're gonna go.
Not Corinne Steffens. Not you.
Yes, not her.
Watermelon.
Surfboard. I've been drinking watermelon.
I have to change these things now that we started talking about this. But our song of the week is based on Beyonce. I'm gonna go first because I know I don't have nearly as many to go through as the rest of them. But my first one I would have to say is "Run the World, Girls."
Wow. You said you had one. You said my first one.
Yes, and that's honestly pretty much
3
it.
clothes.
But yes,
I don't know why I feel surprised by that.
Same.
Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Get into it, okay? But anyway, so yes, my Beyonce doesn't do a lot of fast music. She does a lot of ballads. Not my thing. But when this came out, I was in the club, get my whole entire life to Run the World, Girls. And then I think my second one has got to be off the new album, America Has a Problem. That one slaps for me as well. And even running into Pure and Honey, the way it transitions, I like that.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Came a long way from. I'm gonna go first because I only have one song.
Right. To having what, 3?
All I know is y'all will have 15. So my 3
I
will
really kept
pale
it to
in-
one. I just
I didn't. But
Every week
It
we
won't
go
be
through this.
15.
I have one and then we have several. So
Well, I do have several because it depends on how I'm feeling. But my all-time favorite Beyonce song is "Hello."
Oh.
And I was just listening down in the car. I don't know why I like get teary-eyed every single time that song comes on. Like every single time. I do. I want to cry. I don't know. Something about that song.
Okay.
okay.
Mine
I'm
is
emotional
like.
thinking about it.
That's fair. Okay. You okay?
yeah, tissue.
No, I know.
Back pat. You're all right. Mine is I have a really hard time every time a new album drops. So I just kept it really consistent. Dangerously in Love was like the very first like ballad that I just really fell in love with from Destiny's Child. And so I don't know. I thought at some point like another song would kind of like take its number 1 spot for me, but something about and I think the nostalgia helps. Like I really just love that song. So the fact that that's how she opens.
I was going to say, now the
Renaissance
concert
tour, I
opening
was
and you
like,
being like near tears makes sense.
oh, okay.
I was like, why is she about to cry? I mean, this is great.
I
but
didn't know this is how it started.
like she's doing really good, but
Sis.
we just got here.
I love this song. Okay.
That's a song that goes like, I'm so happy, so happy. No, that's a different song.
Is that Beyonce?
That's You Shout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tried
Sing
it.
more of that song. I'm trying to understand what song you're
I'm
singing.
so happy that I'm in your life,
Oh.
babe.
Show me that you mean that one.
Love that you meaning of love. Yeah, that one. Nuts.
I know he loves me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm not alone.
I know that he loves me.
That song, I Know That He Loves Me. Is that the name of the song though?
I don't know. Brown eyes.
Brown Eyes.
Oh.
In my mind, I said Brown Eyes,
could
but I
not
was
catch
like,
the
I didn't
melody.
know. Oh, well, that means we
Still
ain't singing it
ain't.
right.
No. It's because it's just not in tempo. So like I'm having a hard time like having the recall.
Also, my throat is not so great, so I can't give you guys, my best work.
Well,
listen, you've been singing for the last 30 minutes.
You have.
All right, go ahead.
Well, in addition to Brown Eyes, I would say my favorite song is Church Girl. Yeah.
So good.
Renaissance
album is just...
It's so good.
Chef's kiss.
The way everything blends into everything.
I know.
Yeah.
Energy,
I also love
so good.
Virgo's groove. Even as a Libra, love it.
No. Come on, Scorpio.
Immediately, no.
Immediate no. We're not gonna talk about any songs from other albums, like nothing from the Lemonade album. Like,
you want to keep going?
Oh,
and Carol's like,
that's what I was prepared for. I was prepared for that.
That's what I just thought that you were gonna.
I didn't know
more.
how long this tangent was gonna want it to be.
Not even the tangent. I don't know.
It's a whole segment.
I feel like you won't be alone if you have like other songs that are in your top.
I do.
I'm trying to give you your moment.
I'm trying to think of like
I thought that was going to happen.
What my because I've been like preparing for this. I was to figure out what song I loved. I went back and listened to.
There's just so many of them.
Yeah, because I was trying to figure out what album I loved the most. Because I really, really love Renaissance, but I also love I Am Sasha Fierce. That one is really good to me. I love 4.
Yeah,
I love Self-Titled. Like I was trying to figure out which one I loved the most.
I feel like Beyonce probably is it. And what's the one with the green?
Lemonade?
It's not. No. It's we were in high school when it came out. Ring the Alarm is on it.
Ring the Alarm.
Why can't I think of the title?
And I'll be there until I see another.
No, I think that's is that I Am Sasha Fierce?
Nope, it's before that one.
Don't start me the line. I don't know the
Because
name.
Diva is on that one.
A diva is a female version
of I Am Sasha Fierce, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just.
You talking about B-Day?
Yeah, B-Day. I love that album.
B-Day came out in 2006.
Still in high school.
Oh,
yeah, this one was good. It does have some, oh my god, Irreplaceable and Resentment is on that one. You're right.
That one was like one of the first albums that I like had in my car, and I would just like before we could plug in like iPods or your phone, so you could like you had to really like something or like make your own mix.
Yep,
but I could play that album straight through.
Yeah,
good old days.
I can't think, but even like the. Okay, we can. I don't know. I stand for this woman. I think she's so amazing.
She is.
So we can move on to the topic at hand. Because
I feel like we should be like, when did you know that you were part of the Beehive?
Ooh,
it took me some time to find out. We can answer it later.
Oh, immediately.
Now that we've talked about all our favorite songs, let's get into the topic at hand. We are talking about Beyonce also because today her movie drops, which means for all the girlies who missed the Renaissance tour, like myself.
And the ones that did go and are going back.
Right. We'll be able to know what everyone else who went was talking about this whole entire time.
For free.
Right.
Well,
not
for
free.
Instagram was free.
For like an 18th of the price of a ticket. But,
I'll take that.
Yes. So for Nicole and I, our timelines have been filled with stuff we have no idea about, but when she hit the scene with her tour this past year, it definitely, or this year, I should say, it definitely took most of Black Twitter and all of Black IG by storm. Every time she stopped somewhere, to the point where I felt like I had bought tickets.
Yeah, I definitely felt like I had been there.
No plans on buying something for her, but just Beyonce in all her glory has made this year for not only the national income, or what do we call it?
Boosted the economy.
Boosted the economy, but not only that, but it's just, I mean, she's probably been the most talked about person in all of, mostly in Black. The Black side of these social media has been the most talked about for this year. So we wanted to get into it, pay homage, talk about things that remind us of her and the cultural phenomenon that is Beyonce and how she's also divided some people as well with regards to it. So,
okay, wait, I have an immediate question based on your intro. As a person who like didn't buy tickets and was never planning on buying tickets, was it annoying having her on your like timeline for that duration of time?
No. I also have to though caveat it with saying though, it wasn't until she did a Coachella tour that I ever actually saw. First of all, I've seen her live. I've seen her live before their Destiny's Child's first album dropped. They were the intros for Peter Guns and Lord Tariq and
Peter Gunn.
Peter Gunn.
Lord who?
Remember that one song?
Nope.
Uptown Baby? Was it Uptown? Yeah.
I already don't remember.
They came out. We were all like, "Who are these little girls?"
Not who are these babies?
Where were you?
Tuskegee.
Detroit?
Tuskegee.
Oh, okay.
They came for our homecoming, and then they also opened for Outkast. Then Outkast.
Who are these
performed.
little girls?
So we were all like, "Who are these children?" Because we didn't even know the song. Like the song had really not even popped.
Was it Bills?
No, it was the one.
Say my name.
Say my name. I think it was Say My Name.
Okay.
But I mean, again, they had other songs, but we didn't know any of them.
Yeah.
So
get off the stage.
Right. We want to hear Lord Tariq and Peter Guns. No.
Wow.
What a turn.
That did not age well.
At all. But I mean, it's also early in their careers.
People that opened for you and now you just watching them like.
Right. Skyrocketing. Your career is like.
Why your feet are dirty on Love and Hip Hop.
Right, I was about to say. You're trying to collect the check from VH1.
On Cheaters. Hosting Cheaters.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a change.
Times have changed. But I hadn't seen her perform since then.
Okay.
And to see, to know the trajectory
it's come a long way.
And this.
Not even at like award shows?
Not really, because I don't really like award shows either. I told you about all that singing. I'm not
singing.
Wrap it up. Oh
my God. Not it being the Grammys. You're like, do something else.
Announce the winners and move on.
No, I'm just not really. I don't know. For me, like I want to watch a few things and then move on. So I know I hadn't really paid attention, but that was my intro to her. And I was like, oh, okay. People, not that I didn't believe y'all, but okay. Like I understood it then.
Homecoming was amazing.
The hype.
Yes. Yeah. Like before it was like, oh, okay. But then when I watched, I was like, no, she's really doing it. And I couldn't, from that point on, I'm feeling like, no matter whether or not I'm a heavier listener or not, I can appreciate for sure.
Yeah.
So that's where I was at when all this stuff happened.
You know, when I realized that she was going to be a forever queen? Carmen Hip Opera.
That's your moment. First of all, I remember listening to that soundtrack nonstop, which is crazy.
And I remember people were like, this is terrible. I was like, what? It is what? Terrible. If she's going to end me off this, I don't know what the Academy is doing.
So that's when you knew that you were a part of the BI.
Yep.
And I was like, ooh.
Locked in.
Looking a little tight.
And then Obsessed came out and I was like, oh, a triple threat.
Not a triple threat.
Not obsessed. Because I was like, ooh.
Where's her EGOT, honey?
Yes. And then what was the song? What's the movie she was in with that man? She was singing Fighting Temptations. Listen.
Yeah.
Give the woman all her things.
And Dreamgirls, the movie.
Oh my God.
And Austin Powers.
She was good in Dreamgirls.
She was good in Dreamgirls.
Well, she was in all of them.
She was good in something else too, where she was
Everything.
Oh, it was Fighting Temptations. Where she was Etta James, right?
Etta James and Fighting Temptations?
No, she was.
She was Etta James in another movie.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what that movie is.
Yeah, Calic Records.
Okay.
Fighting Temptations was with Terrence Howard.
Oh, okay. I just couldn't remember the titles.
I'm just fighting temptations.
No, it wasn't Terrence Howard. It was
Super fan.
Cuba
Gooding Jr.
Okay. I was like, I'm not remembering this the same way.
Man.
I don't know. They look similar to me.
Different light skinned man.
Wow.
Not all black people look the same. I got it. But yeah.
Do you?
So that was when you knew. All right.
I mean, yeah, I love her. So she can do no wrong in my eyes.
Tiff, do you want to?
Oh, I feel like my moment, someone told me that I was.
Oh.
I didn't have it wasn't autonomous. Because I'm not like I do love Beyonce. Like, don't get me wrong, but she can do wrong in my eyes, I guess. And it doesn't happen often, but I don't stan Carmen Hip Opera.
You need to leave.
I mean, I listen to it, but I don't. I mean, you want to?
No, it's fine.
You playing me out? All right. I feel like it was after her Super Bowl performance, and I got into it with my friend about how the performance wasn't wrong, and I was gonna die on the hill. I was like,
was your friend
not black?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we were talking about it retrospectively, and I guess it was to me that's a larger conversation than just Beyonce, right? It's the conduit to the conversation. Yeah. But she was like, oh, that's when I knew that you were a part of the Beehive. I was like, did you also then realize that I was some other things?
A nigga? Is that when you knew I was black?
Of a different hue.
But
she is one of those.
I digress.
Yeah. Nicole?
Yeah.
I don't think I am in the Beehive. I appreciate her and her music.
Mm-hmm.
But
you sound like you just trying not to get canceled.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. I mean, I don't put correlation to think when you said Carmen Hip Opera, I'm trying to think if I ever watched it.
The cult classic.
You didn't miss
But you're not part of the cult.
Right.
Not you who doesn't listen to musicals talking about you didn't miss nothing.
I saw it.
Girl, you've seen them all and hate them all.
But I'm trying to sit here. But see, the thing about it is I don't want to say I didn't see it because I might have, and then I just don't.
It was one of those like VH1 MTV movies
before you could DVR anything.
Yeah, or maybe BET, but I feel like it was like VH1.
I was getting my life through her. I was like, yes.
Well, yeah, maybe I'll YouTube it and see if and then because I'll probably have one of the moments later like, oh dang, I did watch it. But
we should have a movie night
because she was Carmen with the braids, right?
Together,
the red flower. She had micro braids. I was like, I've never seen a Carmen like this. I like it.
Oh, maybe I did. Because that sounds oddly familiar.
She was doing what she needed.
I mean, even still, I still love Beyonce. I will listen. I mean, I will. If my mood is right, I will put her and Destiny Child on replay. And because I know during high school, that was my ride to school. I would listen to the Destiny Child album like on replay.
They did have me mad
play them songs twice.
Yeah, that's facts. They did have me mad at Not Shit Niggas before I knew what one was.
Yep. Right.
I remember playing Bills in the car and like belting. Mom was just like, why are you singing this with such passion and conviction? I was like,
I have bills.
Right.
B, like
someone need to pay him, obviously. I was like, because he ran up her car, her cell phone bill. He didn't put gas in the car. Mom, like clearly he needs to, step it up. Even I know that.
Oh God.
At 15.
Right.
Now I'm getting life lessons from Beyonce. Wow, we've been in the trenches with this. Come a long way.
We have.
Been here longer than LaToya and Latavia.
Come on here.
We lasted longer. Yeah. All right. So Renaissance album. We know we're gonna bring it to the present.
Okay.
Are we saying what our thoughts are on it?
Well, I guess we can start with like the role, how it happened, because Beyonce is probably, to me, her marketing and her team is just like
top notch,
A1. Like she probably sets the bar with a lot of things. I think she's one of the first artists that did like a shock drop for the album.
Yeah,
like just dropping an album at midnight with no prior marketing or anything. Like I don't remember anyone doing that before Beyonce.
Facts.
Right. Yeah, I would agree with that.
It was the album after that Drake did it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Drake did it. Yeah, after that too. And then more people are starting to do it where they'll just like drop an album without marketing it. And I'm just like, who? No one could do that besides someone of her caliber.
That's for certain.
Not a chance.
And even then blow up the internet after that. Like, oh my God, it's 12:01. Do y'all know what just happened?
Or people like looking at her website and knowing, oh, something changed.
Yes.
Or noticing, oh, she deleted all her photos.
Okay,
something's about to happen.
It's like people all the time. Investigative research.
They are, because it's like the people who be like, oh my God, so-and-so must have broken up because they are no longer following each other on Instagram. Yeah. Be like, wow, do you check it every day?
Right.
Like, do you have a reminder set in your phone?
Like, I remember someone saw, I guess she was spotted with braids. Like, oh, she's working on her album. Get ready, guys. It's like, it's about to come. It's like whenever she puts braids in, like we know. It's like locked in.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that big.
And see, that's why for a long time I didn't know I was part of the Beehive, because I wasn't that.
Right. I just like her music. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, it's fine because I'm like, ooh, is she? Like, I mean, like, I'm not spotting her in LA. I'm not out
that's
there.
what I'm saying. Like, I'm not the person who can like make those deductions, but I'm keyed into when it's happening.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
Did she get spotted? Like, did people see her?
Yeah, I think someone like spotted her and saw her with braids, and they're like, oh,
it's time.
It's about to happen, y'all.
Oh,
she's locked in.
Okay.
Wow.
She just doesn't peg me as somebody to be outside. Like, I feel like she has like
to get to the studio. At least,
no, I'm sure some paparazzi might have like snapped her going somewhere. I'm sure her studio's probably in her basement. Like,
I was about to say,
on her compound.
She seems like she has a compound that has a water access, and she takes the boat places, and she don't have to see nobody. Go places.
It's like the one that during the tour they were getting seen going to dinner and stuff.
Yeah,
true.
You don't be on social media, so you don't know.
I don't.
Yeah, but yeah, the rollout of the album, and even it being 3 parts, so we don't really quite know specifically.
How do we know it's 3?
Yeah, how do we know that?
She said it somewhere.
Oh,
I thought somewhere it said there was Renaissance part. There's 3 parts of it, or 3 acts.
Yeah.
Oh, so that means she's not done?
I know that people thought that there was going to be more than one because she said act 1, but I didn't know if we knew the number of acts that there were going to be.
I don't know why I know there's 3, but some reason that's like dialed in my brain.
Beehive, so it tracks. You know.
Yeah.
We trust you, sis.
Yeah. So, I mean, how did you guys feel about how she dropped it, the rollout?
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned, if I'm being honest, because when Break My Soul dropped, I was like, I like this, but is this what we're going to get a whole album of? Because like, I won't like that. And I'm concerned because I don't want to be the hater in the room, because everyone's like, oh my God, the song speaks to my soul. And we're crying.
I'm about to break my
part
job.
of why I'm like, okay, am I just a skeptic in part of the Beehive? Like, I feel like I'm like always want to be like in, but I'm not always like as sold out as everybody else. But I mean, the album did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
So no notes.
Because if I'm listening to it, then it's doing something.
What a time. I remember we just moved into the house and I was unpacking everything and just had it on a loop. Like it was just Renaissance.
Yeah,
the tour is happening in my house really now.
I just remember listening to it for the first time and looking down. I'm like, wow, this is a really long song. And then I got to Break My Soul. I was like, wait a minute. This has been several songs? Because I love how it just
flows.
Sorry. I love how it flows, how it goes from once, like you can't tell when a song starts and stops. I only know how the beginning and ending of songs because of like the radio.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason I know how Break My Soul.
And even when the radio does it, when the song ends, I'm still singing past it because I'm
I'm ready for the next.
I'm like, oh
part.
right,
yeah, like, oh, you're not playing
actually.
You're not playing the whole album.
What did y'all think about that in itself? Like,
I loved it.
I love it.
Like that.
Yeah.
I loved
just it was like next tier to the artistry, you know what I mean? Because I feel like it just kind of lends to how an album is supposed to feel anyways. Like it's supposed to feel like it goes seamlessly, right? So that the fact that she intentionally did that in terms of like mixing over the song ending and beginning, I just thought that was the next tier.
Yeah, because there's very few albums I can listen to from start to finish with those skips. And this, for me, I don't love how the album starts. I started cozy every single time.
Okay.
And then
I like that part.
End. I'm that girl. I think
These motherfuckers ain't.
Right. Yeah, I said that one every time.
Because they not. I was in.
Because they not.
And aren't.
So how did you feel? I know, sorry, you're not a huge. Did you listen to the whole? You listened to the whole album,
I listened to the whole album.
How did you feel that it was very gay pride? And we're hearing a lot of.
Or did you care?
Techno and house were all up and through that. And I like both. So
and a lot of gay artists and icons were involved.
Yeah. No, I appreciate
and carried through the tour also, which I thought was good.
Yes, which I did not realize she was going to carry over into the tour. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's so nice to be able to see. I often, when I heard the album, I felt like it was just a nod to the people who really have been like some of her biggest fans. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm appreciative of that for them because I don't know a single gay person that does not. Honestly, I don't know not a single one that does not stand in one shape or form.
Except for you.
Except for say, I know one.
It is her.
Well, I say that because
not standing with your community.
I'm not. And I feel like I'm an outsider in my own community in that way. Hence the reason I say all that. But no, I did appreciate that because I felt like she heard, right? And I think that's what she did in that, what's the album? Was it Lemonade? I felt like she got what people would say is kind of pulled out her black card. Was it Lemonade or the one after that? What's the one?
I think it was the one after that.
Black is King. Right? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I think Lemonade was the precursor to Black is King.
Yeah. Lemonade. And then it just, she just
it got blacker and blacker.
And I was just like, oh, okay, she's in her black. And now she's going to say, okay. Yeah. So I just felt like she's been paying homage to her audience, the people who really care for her. So I've appreciated it, even if I have not been fully in. I'm just like, glad to see my people loving and feeling like they're being loved on.
That's fair. And that's really interesting too, because I feel like we're in a time where a lot of artists are making albums for their fringe fans, but not their like tenured fans, which has been an interesting conversation. And it's interesting to see it
flipped
on its head, especially with someone like Beyonce, because sometimes I feel bad, not like she's no one to pity, but like every record that she has right now and the things that she breaks when she's like grossing the most or has the most fans or is selling out stadiums, it's always as the like black artist. It has to be caveated with that because she's not as crossover, because she is centering her tenured fans. And so like sometimes I feel like it sucks that you have to, it can't be both. You know what I mean? Like you can't speak to your true audience and be crossover simultaneously. Right. Like obviously she's crossover, but you know what I mean? Like otherwise she would be doing numbers like Taylor Swift, who you know what I mean?
But I also feel like she's gotten to the point where she's like, I don't have to keep not pandering, that's probably not the right word, but she's done the crossover pop R&B
for sure
albums. Like she had several of those, and now she's kind of like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. I
think that's great, and I'm not trying to say that she should be to get those numbers right. What I'm saying is,
why can't she?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But I hear you. I just feel like she's she probably could have.
No, she doesn't care. Yeah, I'm just saying.
And her numbers probably could have been way higher if she did double the shows. You know what I mean? But like Mama doesn't have to.
Exactly.
She added shows for us, honestly. Like her birthday wasn't on the original schedule. She added almost an extra day to every stop because of how fast her tickets were selling too. Like, cause it was probably only supposed to be 20, 30 shows maybe.
Yeah, maybe 30 shows.
And then end up being 56, right? Is that what we
56.
Because she added so many shows. But I don't know. Wild. I think also being at the concert and seeing how much love and camaraderie there was community. Too. Yeah, like I've never been to a concert where I just felt like, I don't know, like we're all friends. Like we're here. We're going to do this together. Like, I don't know. There's just so much love and happiness and the energy was so amazing.
I feel like R&B shows are like that anyways, but I feel like it was definitely another level. I've also never been to a concert where I felt like there was a dress code to meet.
Yeah. Because I was like, oh my God, what am I going to wear?
I stayed home too. Like, because y'all going to get this black.
I mean, we were all black.
Yeah.
I had silver accents that didn't work out. And so I'm still mad actually.
Oh. I was in all black, but I had like a glitter silver blazer that it just happened to find. But it's also interesting trying to be like on trend in an Instagram marketing era because you saw like, oh, I saw an ad for that.
Almost bought
like 8 different people. Like
that was in my cart. Glad I took it out.
Exactly.
Yes.
But I also love that people were so excited and were so dressed up. I don't think anyone else has had that.
Yeah, I think that the closest thing is like Taylor with the friendship bracelets. That was like okay. So in Taylor Swift shows, like friendship bracelets are a big thing. Like so every like one wears them, and I guess like the intent is to like trade them with like people. Oh, and so they had like
cute.
Yeah. What are you in middle school? That's cute.
Sounds like COVID.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Because it feels very young.
Yes.
A very young trend to do. I guess that's cute.
Not you being a hater and then be like,
no, I'm not hating.
That's fine.
I mean, it just okay. We don't have it. So such a good idea. Love it for y'all. If you love it, if you like it, I love it. What else?
Not the hand clap. The hand clap. Not the hand clap.
All right, we can move on.
Okay, but wait. So I will say this. Not going and still feeling like a part of the show. I watch a Sherry Shepherd show and I feel like I got like a mini Beyonce.
Because of her Halloween.
Yeah, her Halloween set was all Renaissance. And so she even did some of the same outfits as Beyonce. Choreography. So I was like, oh, this is even better. This is a regular cable. Like I ain't
not even better.
You can watch it on Instagram, all the clips for free.
But, I mean, and I've been doing that from time to time when I'm on. But, I felt like that was a nice little snip. She had her mama on the show and they were wearing the same little clothes. I thought that was really cute.
I also love too
that Beyonce's mom, right?
Tina.
Tina. Miss Tina. I also love like all of the designers that Beyonce was able to
so much love to
support.
Black businesses.
A lot of Black artists or designers. Like even Brandon Blackwood, I didn't even know he had clothes until
I think it was him
recently.
Debuting his clothes.
Okay, because
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that's interesting that you didn't realize that because I know how into fashion that you are. Yeah. And so that's what I was wondering if that was part of why it didn't get dry on because there were so many different like outfit changes and like she would have like set looks, but then would like change them throughout. I think like she ended with over 100 something odd different looks.
Yeah.
By the end of the tour.
I did see like the ones that people tried to like replicate. So like I saw hers and then the replicated ones, but I never really got my feed never gave me her looks, which is very interesting because I would have loved to have seen what
watch a Sherry Shepherd show.
Okay, to do that,
or just go to her Instagram.
Yeah, because she like
she posts them on the Instagram.
At the end of every stop, she would post all of her outfits.
She posts after every show,
all of her fits.
Maybe we're following the wrong Beyonce account because I didn't see
her official one.
Oh,
Beyonce.
Just the Beyonce.
Oh, that one. Because he posted all of her outfits. But also I thought it was cool that she wow, lost my thought. Oh, that all of her dancers and everyone too also had like the same designer. We're still they're all in designer. It's not like Beyonce had on something really nice and they're in like leotards, or I mean they were in leotards, but like something little off-brand something. Yeah. But like they all, even like the new Ivy Park, they all had that on.
Mm-hmm. Even the band members, because that lady that was pregnant who was playing on the saxophone.
Yeah, they had everyone had on this. So like they designed something for all of them.
Wow,
I love that.
Yeah, so I like that she includes everyone in. Like everyone's looking good, not just her.
It definitely is like a whole theme for sure. Like everybody looks in formation.
I also ended up following her stylist too, because I was just like, I want to see who put all these looks together. So I ended up.
I'm gonna have to do that now.
Yeah,
but there's like 3 of them. Because there was at least 2 people that styled her. I think there's one more that I don't follow.
I think I only.
Miss Tina said that she had a warehouse full of. I think. Okay, I know I'm gonna get this wrong, but Miss Tina said something of upwards like 300 different looks she had that they got through about 50-75% of them. Like there's still looks that nobody's ever seen.
Imagine making a look for her and it not making
and not making it.
I would be so
I wonder if they
hurt.
didn't know it was gonna make it until she like got on stage.
I also wonder if it happens like based on the weather.
Yeah.
If that changes up, like, I can't wear that.
But at the end of the day, just to be able to say you made a look for Beyonce, because it's not like the look is going to go away. I'm sure she's going to
pull it out sometime later.
Yeah.
There needs to be a museum
Maybe.
with like all of her Renaissance looks.
Yeah.
But she also won't wear it again either. So
That's
it's
what I'm saying.
like,
Put it in a
yeah.
museum. I want to see.
Oh, so you want a Beyonce exhibit at the Smithsonian?
Yes.
No, she could probably
go.
in that warehouse. She
National
could open
Gallery
it
of
up
Art
as
Museum.
Right.
in that warehouse. She could easily make that probably.
Yeah, she's not the first one to do it. Like they're even like at the Met, they have like all of those exhibits with different outfits and like
They do it for all
famous-
those rich white people that just wear clothes going to lunch.
Little Richie has an outfit up in the African American Museum. So I mean,
true.
I want a whole.
That would actually be the perfect place
She could
for it because
split it up.
it's essentially what it already does on the top floor of the
yeah.
Oh, that's
African American
true.
History Museum.
Yeah, take it all out. Put in Beyonce's outfits. That's what I want to see.
They could have it. They honestly, with that many outfits, they probably could take like the top
Put 'em
3 floors.
everywhere.
Yeah, they could do what
Right.
Hove did at the library and just do like a Beyonce exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
but
Which is also, I'm still whatever. I'm
we
still
didn't
mad
make
about
it.
it, but that's fine.
we had no
Oh,
plans.
that's
to
not
go.
even what I was mad about.
What are you mad about?
That there were no guests at that stop.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we can talk about that.
I don't know what that means.
So when we were strategic about buying tickets.
Well, we thought we were.
So usually Beyonce always brings out someone in New York, typically, because it's New York. Her husband's from there. And so we were like, it's either going to be New York, Houston, because she's from Houston, or I was thinking New Orleans because it's so heavy
with that,
with like bounce music and all that. So I was like, those are probably going to be the stops where if someone's going to come out, it's going to be those. She bought nobody out but Blue Ivy.
And
that she comes out on every.
And we
Right.
extra thought that there was going to be another person, like at least one person that she brought out because it was the opening weekend for Hove's museum exhibit. We're like, oh,
we are locked in. We made a great decision. We made a not great decision. We should have went to Houston because that is where all
or LA apparently, which I think is shady. I don't like that.
Yeah,
it's all the famous people anyways. They don't need to see the extras. They see them every day going to get coffee.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not mad.
Look at my friend.
I just knew we didn't.
Beyonce.
I'm just glad we didn't see it in DC.
It's like, it probably was one of them things
True,
like, oh, you gonna be home
so
this
hot.
weekend? All right, bet. Pull up.
Yeah.
Megan
pulled out of an international concert.
Markle?
No.
Oh,
Stallion.
Oh, okay.
Not Markle.
I thought you meant to attend.
No.
I would be very
like,
curious
what?
to know if Megan and Harry went to the concert.
They did. They went to the LA show.
See, that's why I asked that. That's why
I thought something about performance. Like she pulled out of like an international.
I would too.
Headlining your
Bye.
own.
Goodbye. Sorry, Beyonce called.
Because how often are you gonna get that call?
No, I feel you. I'm not mad at it. I was just a little shocked that you would not.
Could you imagine you on stage? Wait a minute.
I have a
Also,
conflicting
you already
date.
confirmed.
I have a conflicting date with Beyonce. I have to go.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, you're right. That's fair.
Hand
Just
me
give us
this,
a- right,
sis. Hand me
right,
this.
right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I was just kind of a little shocked.
Because when else would I get this opportunity?
I mean,
To my home crowd?
I feel like it's not the last time Beyonce's going to perform in Houston.
Well, yeah, but you don't know the next time she's going on tour.
And
right
if
now,
she's gonna call
we
you.
have right now we have a single I have to strike while the iron's hot. Who
I
knows
agree.
if in 4 years people are going to remember who Meg Thee Stallion is?
I hear
Right.
you. I do. I really do hear you. I'm just saying, I was like, wow.
My knees ain't gonna be kneeing.
Yeah, and she's like, plus it's an international crowd. Now, if she was going to Atlanta and she had to choose, that's a decision.
Atlanta
Yeah,
is where you were like, yeah, that's the one.
no, not because of like the stature, but because of how you canceling on Atlanta fans.
Right. They gonna turn up on
That
your
blowback.
Fair enough.
That's what I.
You talk about writing a check.
Alrighty.
That sound like folks is gonna get. That don't sound good.
Right.
That sound like
if they mad in Norway Twitter, we'll never know.
Not Norway Twitter. So also this album also TikTok has definitely grown and been a whole nother its own little marketing tool. That hasn't been one probably in more recent years. It's more of a tool that
Ever since
artists
the
don't have to
pandemic.
necessarily.
However, it's a gift and a curse.
Yeah, but like so we had the Cuff It challenge.
Yeah, but there was also that Dubai challenge that she was like trying to. There wasn't supposed to be any cameras.
Oh yeah, and people were doing the runs.
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't we do the runs?
No,
we did the other one. The Usher.
When did we do that?
Usher. Oh,
the Usher challenge.
Oh.
Yeah.
We were doing the other one.
I mean,
here, we didn't do it.
We hit every note.
Did we?
Oh.
Yeah. So back to it. How did you guys feel about the fans creating marketing for her that she didn't even really have to participate in?
I mean, I feel like that's what the Beehive is for.
I feel like that's when you know you up.
Yeah.
But it's up. It's
Yeah.
up.
Right.
Because that's the other side of her marketing is like, so the other side of her marketing is that it's like other people can't market like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's what's hard. Like, I feel like we had this conversation with Chloe Bailey, and we were talking about like, oh, why is her marketing the way that it is? And isn't she under the same like people as like Beyonce managing her marketing? And it's like, she is, but she can't
She's not Beyonce.
create cool. You know what I mean? Right now, like she's still trying to find her like niche and trying to figure out like how to strike while the iron is hot versus being the iron.
Right.
And I feel like that's the difference.
So I don't know, besides the LA show, did Beyonce say come dress a certain way, or did people just start being like, oh, Beyonce's coming, I need to get my fit?
No, it's because of the Vogue shoot she did in all silver when she was on that horse.
And
And that,
on that horse.
on that silver, yeah. there
No,
you
but I'm
go.
wondering, was it like who was like,
No.
who started?
It was
Need
it's
to.
a cowboy hat.
She
Carol.
did.
Yeah.
She said, "Come dressed to
No,
impress."
no, I'm
no.
not saying she
She
said
did.
anything. Yes, she just
she
did.
Made
did.
she made a
did it.
non-verbal statement.
Yes.
And the
No,
No,
non-verbal
I get what you're saying,
statement
but
was-
every artist is gonna put out a look before they go on
Not
tour.
like that.
I'm just saying. So you
No,
feel
no,
like
no,
she
no,
just
no.
was like, she's like, I'm bringing it, so you guys need to bring it too.
No, no,
but
no,
not
none of
saying
that.
it.
She
None of that.
brought it, and then people started being like, "This is my outfit for the Beyonce concert," and then people were like, "Oh, this is how we going?"
That was my question.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with her. It had
Okay.
nothing to do with her
Thank
marketing.
you for
team.
aggressively agreeing or answering my question. I appreciate it.
Yeah, she never said like come out with it, but she said it without saying it. I guess is like the middle ground that
Yeah.
we're
So her
trying to
unpaid
find.
marketing team.
Well, not only that, but you have to think about as someone who is not a fan, to have seen this look and remember what it just did. Like all of that whole entire spread was a statement in itself.
And she
so
looks
she looked so good in that. And
good.
for people who are not fans like that to have recognized it, that means that people are like, oh, this is a statement. This is a statement I also would like to make in conjunction with her. She's doing it up with not only with the album, but also with her marketing and with this outfit. So I want to be a part of it. I don't know that it was ever, to your point, I don't know that it was ever anybody saying anything, but it was more so quite literally, we like and always emulate Beyonce in one way, shape, or form. And the best way to do it and the best look was something that was iconic. That's an iconic look.
Yeah, it really is.
Completely iconic look. And so at some point, people were like, no, I have to recreate this.
No, that's fair.
I have to be there in this outfit I created. Because that was another thing. People, I wanted to speak on, like y'all were talking about fashion, but people were quite literally making outfits from hand. People who are not even
like seamstress.
Yes, people who are not even seamstress being like, oh no, I have to like do this. She gave a look, I have to give a look. And so sure, it was nice that everyone else is wearing silver, but she inspired that. Not so much everybody else.
Even the girl who created her, the hat,
the red one.
No, the silver one, the reflective one.
Oh yeah.
She got it off. First of all, her team found it off Etsy.
Yep.
And the girl had to shut down her Etsy shop because she was getting inundated with so many orders.
Jesus.
Yeah. And it's when I knew that like that was happening, because even some girls that I was like trying to find concert tickets with, and they were like, oh, like, have you gotten your silver hat? And I was like, oh, wow, we're doing this. Usually I'm the like concert goer that's like, I'm seeing you, but they're not seeing me. So like, I don't need to dress to the nines. I'll just up if we're going to go to like dinner. If we're making like a night of it, like I'll like do a little extra, but I don't like dress like I'm being part of the show. I was like, I had my outfit ready for months ahead of the show with this one.
We were sharing looks like, so this is what I'm thinking.
What are
you doing? Like, are we on par?
These shoes or no?
Yeah.
I know that heels go best with this, but can I survive all night in heels?
What are we doing? Yeah.
That's another thing. How long was that concert?
2.5-3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's just her.
Yeah, it was just her.
There was no opener, and it was like the moment her visual started until she was floating like an angel through the air, and she left us.
Confetti.
And we were sitting there like, she's coming back, right? We're sit down.
No, lights up.
We're not leaving. And then the lights came up, and I was like, oh, it's over.
It's over.
And I'm sad. We've been planning this for months.
Now we're on the other side of it.
What? And we were talking about, like, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do to fill my time? Like, we've been planning outfits. We made a weekend out of it. We've been doing itineraries. We have been talking so long, like, Beyonce, what do I do without you? Like, you have to give me something else.
Of my day.
I think we were immediately like, you want to go again?
Can I afford to go again? No, but I want to.
I was like, why would people go? Like, people were going like 3, 4, 6 times. And I was just like, why would you?
God bless their pockets.
Like, why would you go to a show
well,
like
then
that
the
many
secrets
times?
dropped. So it was like, everyone else is like clamoring to get tickets. And then it was like, wait until the concert's about to start. Then you can find them for like the actual price of the tickets, like the face value of the tickets, not the resale price of the tickets.
Yeah, that too.
And so a lot of people were doing that, and they were able to go multiple times or get better seats.
But then Ticketmaster started like ending some of that.
Yeah. And then people are also getting upgraded. We were saying that like if you went and you were dressed a certain way.
We didn't try hard enough to get that.
We didn't try, but yeah, you can get upgraded.
No, I should have been sold out. Sometimes I'm too conservative and I hate that for me.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be in this moment again.
I went to school with the guy that, you guys probably don't know, but you know the guy was like, she was at a concert and he's like, I'm your husband.
Yeah.
And so I went to school with him. So he went to, I follow him on Instagram, and he went to 3 different shows, and he had custom outfits for every single show that he had made.
Wow.
Yeah, like he looked good because I mean like he's the type of person like he's gonna be in. So he took pictures with her PR. What's that girl's name? Oh my God. Can't remember her name, but I follow her PR person.
Is it the same girl that did Insecure PR?
I'm not sure, but she's like dark skin, has long like curly hair. Anyways, I saw him take a picture with her, and so he's like in Club Renaissance for all these concerts, nice. Just looking good, the whole time. I'm just like, this is the
Beyonce probably pointing at him when she's floating over
probably, but she wasn't saying you ain't no dude. Wasn't saying that, saying that to somebody else. Can you imagine?
Yo, that is the most hilarious trend in the world to me.
Yeah, but also like Beyonce, you better not point.
And no, I cannot imagine because I would have been. People would be like, "What's your response?" I was like, "You know what my response would be?
To die."
Who is she pointing at?
Yeah, I hope she was pointing at like a fan.
She was
like an actual, like a
literal,
ceiling, like an actual spinning fan, not a person. Because, ma'am, I cannot imagine.
So someone had the angle, and it found out that she was. But like all the videos that came as a result of that, or gold, just comedic gold.
My feelings
the way she looked
hurt.
back, like say something. Yeah, it's like yeah. Imagine paying all that money and Beyonce pointing at you
and saying that you look terrible. I'm like. Yeah, no, that's crazy.
That probably would have been me at the end of the day.
No, it would not.
But I will say, I feel like I was laughing at you about the crying during the beginning, but I felt very emotional.
I also wasn't crying for real.
I know, but you were a little like,
we made it.
Yeah,
never would. Yeah, but because I feel like the aspect of like how long we had been like talking about it.
Yeah,
like really like. It really felt like a crescendo. And so like when it was started, I was like, it's happening. And
she also makes you feel like, I know she's talking to
she's talking to me.
People,
no.
But it feels like she's talking directly to you. I know she's not, but I know she's so personable, and like her stage presence is so warm and inviting. I feel like
always felt like that.
I feel like early Beyonce, no, but like Beyonce by herself.
Because there were a lot of memes this year that were like, usually we see Sasha Fierce on stage, but for the first time we're seeing like Beyonce. Yeah. And she like it was like, she was very gracious.
So gracious and humble. I felt like I was talking to, like she was talking to me when she was doing all her speeches. Like, I know, I get it. Yes, I support you. I love you. I know, I'm here.
Meet up for dinner later.
So good.
I was like, thank you.
Not Carol said, I appreciate you.
Now she's talking about me, and Beyonce's talking directly to me.
Right. I mean, I can't even see her because she's like an ant. I mean, we had good seats, but like I'm looking at the screen, but she's talking to me.
Accurate.
Message received.
Yeah.
I just like can't imagine every time she like pointed at someone in the crowd, I looked at Carol like, I would melt to the floor. I would immediately be like,
she didn't come up to the 100 section.
Oh my God, she did not. But if I was like down there and she had like pointed out, I'm like, oh my God, I love your outfit. Or like when she was doing people's like gender reveals, like, what song should we play for our like first dance at our wedding? And she was like telling people, like, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Like actually like interacting with the fans.
Literally died.
Yeah. Definitely would have melted into the floor.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad y'all had fun.
So I'm just so excited. I'm also excited for the movie that's coming out.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good.
Look, can I throw this in there really quickly? When at the one that you guys went to, did she spray herself down with her perfume?
No, didn't even know she had a perfume until the later date.
Did that happen at a show you saw or something?
Well, apparently I saw that on occasion would spray herself on stage to, I guess, get people talking about like what is she spraying?
Because people called that it was a perfume long before I knew.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't know until her tour was about to end.
Yeah, same.
Did y'all pre-order it already?
No, I didn't.
Not.
I did.
Oh, but you're a fragrance girl.
You're also like, you will be locked in with like what the celebrities are selling.
I am.
Because you be up on the Fenty stuff before us too.
I mean,
yeah, you're definitely like a product.
I like it.
Girly.
I like the. I just hope it's really cute and fresh and clean.
See, I can't order something until I smell it because I'm very particular about scents. Like, I need to go to the store and
it is
smell
very
it.
Cute.
So that's why I was. Cute.
So who was cute?
The bottle,
oh,
like
the
packaging is
but
apparently
also, how much
really
was
cute.
it?
Don't do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't pocket watch.
Anyways, I was say all I know is
I wasn't trying to. Oh my god! Sorry, is that taboo?
I heard the Rihanna one was not that great, so there's no guarantee just because.
But it was not that great, in your opinion. Ooh. I liked it.
That's what I'm saying. It's your pheromones and like all that stuff plays an effect on how it's gonna.
I was talking more about what she was saying.
Yeah.
As far as like, if to your point, if you are a person who knows,
are very particular
about your smells,
oh, true.
And I'm sure this bottle is over $100.
Right.
So I'm just not gonna spend $100 on a scent that I might not.
Just to be fair,
might not smell good on me. That's what I was saying.
Because she said a number of things that it smelled like. That's what I kept seeing, like as it was like getting promoted. Yeah. And so people were like, do y'all really buy perfume and not know how it smells? And some people were like, well, if it has like the notes of what it has in it and it smells like other things, then based on that, I can make a determination whether or not
I would probably have to go and look up what's in the ones that I love to like.
Yeah, because who knows?
I don't know what notes are in the
like
perfumes.
They're trying to do it with coffee, and I'm like, you can taste that?
It's the art of fragrance.
Okay.
All right, Scentsy.
Right. Speak on it, sis.
All right, so the movie. We're all going.
Yep.
Tiffany's going without us with her husband.
Can I also go with you guys? Night. Like, is that not allowed? Is it?
If you want to go twice, that's your business.
Okay. Yeah. Just let me know the date.
Yes.
Are we not past it? I thought we were past it. Every time you talk about it, you say that you're not mad, and then it sounds like
you're right.
You're still upset.
I'm over it.
But you're not. But wait, the way they're gonna have such a cute little date night.
Okay, go ahead, tell the story.
Okay,
God,
so Tiffany and I have our own separate like Instagram chat that we were sending all of our Beyonce stuff to, like outfits or like, did you see this? Because we know you guys don't care.
Why are you side-eyeing us?
Did
you want to see all of that?
Right, you did not want to see every single time Beyonce did something.
You didn't.
I mean, I may have wanted to know about the fashion stuff at bare minimum.
Because it was getting to like, oh my God, Blue's face in this video is so cute.
Yeah, no, it was getting like a little crazy.
You guys would have been sick of us.
Like, oh my, we're so proud of her. She's doing so good. Look at how she's grown up so much.
I guess.
Yes,
we're trying to spare you.
Yeah, so we were sending stuff back and forth also because we're planning like the weekend for New York and all this kind of stuff. So when I found out the movie dropped, and typically Tiffany doesn't go to sleep, right? Until, I don't know, like 4:00 in the morning, something crazy. I go to bed at 10. So I usually wake up to a lot of stuff from her in the morning. So I noticed when I woke up that she hadn't sent that the movie was dropping. I think the trailer or something dropped like in the middle of the night. And I'm like, this is odd. So I sent her, I was like, hey girl, movie coming out. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And I was like, oh, look, this is the date. She was like, yeah, so Patrick already bought our tickets. And I was like, our? As in
the two of them.
As in like me and you, like she's like, no, and me and him. I'm like, you're going without me. You're going without me with your husband? How dare you? How dare you go with that man?
Does he even like Beyonce?
Y'all understand now why I said every time she brings it up, it feels a little like she's not over it.
Because she's not.
Okay, but what had happened was I also offered to go with Carol. And she denied me.
It was too late. It's too late. I'm going with my other friends.
We're going with your other friends who are also my friends.
You don't have to feel obligated.
But I want to go with you all.
Level of FOMO.
This is not the first time that this has happened either. There's been other times where I've seen a movie that y'all haven't seen yet, and I've gone with you to go see the movie.
You're right.
I know, but usually you lie to us and we think it's the first time.
That is not true.
I don't know that you've already seen it.
I just
don't give away anything. So I act like I don't know what's coming next. Because that's not fun.
All right.
I'll bring the snacks.
Listen, if you don't bring that spinach and artichoke dip, I'm not going. I want it in the bag.
And it needs to be warm.
Yes, it needs to be warmed.
Yes,
with the pita chips. Pass it down the aisle so we can go. I really wanted to go to like was it iPix and like a really, really nice one, but it's only an AMC theater. So
is CMX an AMC theater?
I don't know.
I don't think out. We can check. I don't think it is because I was like, I want to make this like a night. Yeah, like
I want. Are you wearing silver again, or
I don't know if I'll get dressed up again. Okay. I also want to go a little bit later.
I think people are going to be dressed up again.
Oh, they're definitely going to be dressed up. I don't know if I'm going to put that much effort into it. But I also don't want to go at
first. To you through the screen like she was.
No, I'll probably cry. I cry every single time one of her movies comes out. I don't know why she makes me so emotional.
That's fair. I do cry. I did cry during Black is King.
I cried during Black is King. I
also got so inspired by that movie. That at some point.
Okay, let's talk about it next.
What?
Black is King?
No, why she gets so emotional.
I don't know. Something about her like really resonates with me. Like I feel really connected to her, and I don't know why.
She feel like sis.
No, it's real though, and I do because I feel similar. I remember being on the floor during Lemonade when she was at Baltimore, and I just like had this overwhelming feeling that she was sad, and I just like I felt bad.
Oh,
because of like so much of that content is so heavy
it's
that
so
it just,
angry,
and like the levity that she approached Renaissance with was not present during the Lemonade tour. She just felt heavy, weighted. Like I don't know how, and I know it sounds crazy.
But it doesn't because even like I told you guys, like I was listening to her music on the way here, and I got to Lemonade, and I'm like, I forgot how angry this album was. Like it is a lot of anger in that album. So I get like if she's performing it and it's heavy and she's dealing with whatever was happening in her life while she was creating this album and then having to perform it night after night after night. Yeah. But yeah, Renaissance was because I've seen her for Mrs. Carter tour. I've been to the On the Run tour and then this one.
That's the one I didn't go to. I didn't see the On the Run tour. The first time I saw her was the Ladies First tour, and it was Missy Elliott opened, Alicia Keys, and then Beyonce closed. That tour was amazing.
It's a great lineup.
It was great. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate you.
Yeah. But I agree. I feel the same way. Like I felt like the Mrs. Carter tour was really good because it just felt like very like women centered. Like we're having a good time. I don't know if her and Jay-Z had just gotten married. That was very just like I'm in love. I love my man. So it was like very happy and fun. Like that was a fun album. So it was a lot of fun. I felt like this one, the Renaissance just felt like a lot of love.
Yeah.
A lot of love.
Did. And a lot of like stepping into your power.
Yeah.
Which I feel like was the theme of the album anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cozy.
And she also remixed a lot of her older songs too. So we weren't just listening to Renaissance. Like a lot of her catalog was in this.
And she did that with her looks.
Yeah.
So a lot of like the looks on this tour were homages to her previous looks like throughout her career, which is
nice.
Epic. Yeah.
Which another thing I love about her too is like how all of her dancers they're different sizes.
Yeah.
Is it Amari or Amiri? I don't know her.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to say it.
Her name.
I would have said Amari,
captain was this year. She's a beautiful plus size
blues handler.
Brown, yes. Like brown skinned woman who was just killing it the entire time.
She just
the twins
went
came
to
back
work.
For this one too.
And they have so much love for her too. All the videos of them like making sure she didn't have like outfit issues.
A wardrobe malfunction or falling or anything. She even called them her first twins.
Oh.
Like I don't know. This everything about this album, this tour, I'm excited for the movie, just felt very like, I don't know, like a big hug.
Yeah.
I don't even know how else to describe it, but like a big hug.
For sure.
Well, I'm excited to be out.
What a way to boost the economy.
Yeah.
Right.
With love. And knowing that you can do it with love and like you said, centering a group of people that are often ostracized or criticized or whatever, giving them, and she even said the whole time, like, this is a safe space for y'all. Like, I want you guys to feel safe and have a good time here. And
that just gave me a chill.
Yeah, and that's how I felt the entire time. Like, it just felt like, I don't know. I think that's what I love about her. She radiates an energy that a lot of people can't do. Like, there's a lot of discord and even music and a lot of things happening, and there's just a lot of love. Seeing her, even if you don't agree with what's happening, like maybe you don't care about what she's singing about, but like there's just a lot of love.
Yeah, and I think like even like to play the other side of the coin of like why can't she hit these like record numbers, not just as like the first Black female artist to do it, but just as like the biggest artist to do it. I think that there is another element that is like even centering Black women and the LGBTQ plus community that you are able to hit these numbers and like get this kind of feedback and you know what I mean, like do exactly what she's doing while centering this ostracized group.
And she is getting a lot of backlash because there's a lot of Christians I don't know if we want to talk about.
Yeah, we got to talk about the dissenters.
Okay,
including some of the artists that she pissed off, I guess.
What other? Okay, so Police. Okay, so let's start with the Christian community that is not happy
because the way that sermons the Christian community, and I am not unhappy.
I mean, there's been a lot of like, y'all can go to the Beyonce concert, but you can't. You're gonna be sinning, and I don't know. There's just a lot.
You're gonna be doing what?
A lot of sinning that's happening. I don't know. I just felt like why? Like I don't know. Niggas is mad.
There's a lot of like conversation around idolatry and positing Beyonce as that. And there was like a moment while we were at the concert, I turned to Carol and I was like, I may have not been sober, but I was like, this is kind of culty if you think about it, that we're all like facing the same direction, waiting for one person to come out on stage, all chanting things simultaneousy.
And I was like, no,
there's something. But that's kind of concerts in general, right? Like it's not like it just is what it is. I think that's a certain
well, also I think there's a difference between being a fan and like I don't idolize her. I'm just a really big fan of her. I think there's a difference between the two. I don't know if there's a line. You know what I mean? That can happen.
But I feel like that line is gray for a lot of people, or like where it is different for people. But go ahead, Saya.
No, I was going to say that, and I remember the short series on Prime called Virgo that very much gave.
It's not called Virgo, was it?
Oh no,
Swarm.
Sorry, Swarm.
It's like Virgo.
So, yeah, Virgo's the other one. Swarm.
Shout out to the Virgos out there.
Right. I knew one. Well, both of them sound like they give homage to her, but they're.
I haven't heard of Virgo. I've only heard of Swarm.
Is Virgo a real movie? You messed up.
No. Virgo was actually a series as well.
Oh,
okay. It's a different series. It does not do what the Swarm series is talking about.
Okay.
Long story short, I was saying all that to say there are people. The Christian backlash is because there are people who do not know where that line lies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, but Swarm is like highly hyperbolized. But sorry, go ahead.
I'm not disagreeing with that. But
she was murdering niggas.
You said it's highly what?
Hyperbolized.
Hyperbolized.
Goodbye, Nicole.
No, it's
I knew it would happen.
But I say all that to say that yes, but there are also extremes with a lot of things, and let's also be clear that in Christianity in general, we are talking about the extremes in general, right? When we're talking about what lines not to cross, they're the extremes normally of those lines. There are grays that they also nuance out, but still, it's usually the extremes that they're talking about or steering you from. So I'm not saying that I'm in any agreement, but I can understand when you do not have the self-awareness, as Carol was mentioning, about not crossing that line or not having an understanding of reality versus, this is all social media and other things that you are consuming and it not being your real reality or allowing those things to be skewed. Not only that, but let's talk about mental health. Sometimes people will take two things when their mental health is not in a good place. I think that is what Swarm spoke to, not so much that the person, because it wasn't directly saying it was Beyonce, it was just alluding to a person that had it alluded to a person that kind of had
similar motifs
in the show or in the series, but clearly this woman had mental health issues that
Sis was unwell.
Yeah, Sis was unwell, and so she
an understatement.
She latched on to something, and that something happened to be a celebrity. And so I think therein lies where people are trying to, and within the Christian backlash of this is, some people are very excited about this tour and enjoy the camaraderie that you guys said you noticed, or even having an artist understand them and allow them to have a welcome space. You're demonizing it when you're quickly saying, well, all of these people are doing this. That's not everybody. Mm-hmm. That is maybe a small select amount of people that, yes, you should be circling around with support and encouraging them not to do that. But when you demonize a person without taking in the collective things that are maybe causing people to do this, that's not fair to Beyonce. It's not fair to other fans either.
Right. I think that's my issue more so is just like, you're making a broad statement without like really honing into the point. And so it's just kind of like, if you go to the Beyonce concert, you're going to hell. I'm like, oh, well,
why?
Gotta pull up my my gasoline britches, I guess, because we in there. Like, I'm confused. Like, I think you need to like really talk about what you're trying to say instead of making a broad statement.
Right, but that's not what gets clicks on it on the internet either, right?
Yeah, but we're also thinking in small settings too.
We're in church.
Yeah, like we're in small settings.
But let's also be clear, because as much as they're talking about Beyonce, a lot of them are also dealing with their own celebrityism within their own groups as well.
Right.
So let's not just make it only about Beyonce, because 9 times out of 10, the people who are speaking on it are probably also delving with their own levels of celebrity, even if it's not on Beyonce's level. So, yeah.
I mean, it's giving hater.
Yeah, that's what it's giving.
I feel like the thing that I hear most often is in the context of y'all scream for Beyonce, but you won't scream for God.
That's a lie. Jesus.
Just feel it.
Also, I haven't seen him yet. If he comes down, I'm sure I'll scream for him too.
Hallelujah.
Carol, you're done. You're done. You are done. You are finished.
When I get to heaven, I'm sure I'm gonna be like, Jesus. I'm sure I'll be the same way.
Sign my t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be really excited to see him too.
Girl, what were you just saying about gasoline britches?
I'm sure if I saw this nigga part the Red Sea, I would be really excited. I haven't seen it in person. Okay, give me a chance.
No, you're done. You're finished.
Don't y'all ever vote for me for being the one to go to the rapture ever again.
No, because I'm gonna be excited. That nigga opens up the clouds. Beam me up, Scotty. I'm coming too.
Are you?
My goodness.
I'm excited for the man. I am. I'm just saying.
I think never mind.
No, please transition us.
No, because it's only gonna go. So
she's gonna go further.
Further down the rabbit hole,
all the way down into.
So you gonna leave me on here by myself? Yep. All right.
Well,
one thing we gonna do.
Is it time?
Guess we should move on.
We didn't talk about the mute challenge.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
We gotta talk about people being willing to fight over it.
That's outrageous.
Doing that?
I mean, the way that they looked at people when they weren't part. Well, let's even start. Can we back up? When was it established that was what was supposed to happen?
Great question, because I was in the show in New York and did not know before.
Because I had seen, even I think she had started. People had started posting it like that. You should be quiet during this time, and so I slowly started seeing the clips of it. So I knew, I was like, okay, y'all. Like, we need to, when she says everybody on mute, we need to be on mute. And then we got there and that girl was like, okay, section. I think we were like 118.
Sure.
She's like, when she says on mute, we need to be on mute. Like, I was like, oh, wow. Like, this is like, I've seen it, but I didn't know it was like
a
thing. So I was like, well, I'm practicing. So I'm prepared for this.
Practicing your silence.
Yes.
We did.
To make sure that we were on point. But
that was like, I hadn't been seeing those clips yet.
Okay. And then she started declaring winners. And that's when it was like,
that's when it started getting spicy. Yeah. That's when people was ready to start
fighting.
Boxing. Yeah.
What you doing
about it?
I thought it was odd that people want to be like the
dissenter.
Yeah.
It's
or the
annoying.
contrary. Like, why do you want to not make this a moment for everyone? You know what I mean? Like, that's a weird type of person to me.
Are you okay? You need the attention?
But I also feel like
I could see, like, I can see people enjoy.
Why that's appealing?
Some people just enjoy, like,
because what you gonna do? Yeah, that's what people want to see, and
I get it, but just like,
that's why
why
people are fighting.
Yeah,
this is what I'm gonna do: punch you in your face.
F around and find out.
Fighting over like someone truly not knowing is one thing.
Yeah.
Well, fighting over it, period, is stupid. So let me caveat it with that. But like doing it over the people who intentionally like went out of their way to be obnoxious about it, like I can see people being incensed immediately.
Yeah, it's annoying. Like, even if you're not into and you don't want to do it, like, to be loud and obnoxious is just like, what?
Yeah.
Why are we doing
that
this?
girl, they found her Instagram.
They lit her up.
She deleted her Instagram. It's like, oh, you wanted the attention? Here it is.
That's what you asked for.
It really was what she asked for.
That is like the definition of not all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah,
she
that's
fucked
the definition
around,
of F around and find out. Honestly, because she did.
Well,
it was awkward.
I will say that I think that is something that I'm not a fan of with a lot of celebrities fans, the way in which they will treat each other, especially online, right? Like, I think that people just like just do whatever. But it's like that. I'm not saying Beyonce's fans are the only ones.
No, it's real.
Some of them are.
Them Barbies be
the
Barbs, like.
Let me not. Never mind.
Yeah,
not too much in the Barbs.
Right. I
don't want no smoke.
I have no problems and completely support people supporting other people. I think the problem that I have is then you making it a negative thing where you're fighting over whatever.
Yeah. And they're not mad about it.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's bring it full circle because that is very much what was happening between Beyonce, like the Beehive and the Swifties. Mm-hmm. I think because the concerts were overlapping. And so a lot of people were seeing content at the same time. And it kind of, I think was definitely getting adversarial.
In the economy and how much money they're both making and who's doing better and a lot of that stuff. But that started with the whole Kanye West thing. Like that whole, I feel like discord between Beyonce, even though they never had it. There's always been this like weird, I think everyone else made like a tension between them too.
Oh, I don't think that's where it centers. I think it centers because they're both the like leading their sectors. Like
I think it's where it started, though, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
I feel like some type of like discord is what started.
I guess what I'm saying, I feel like it would have happened regardless, just because the highest grossing, blah, blah, blah. Like once you start talking about like who's at the top, who's like peaking.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then it becomes like, no, she is. No, she is. No, well, comparatively, she is because she's doing a third of the shows that she is.
That's
and
fair.
You know what I mean?
I just know the history is also.
I'm just waiting for them to go ahead and do. Not that I'm asking for this, but I'm just saying, waiting for them to go ahead and do a collab so that can just kill all the beef.
Well, what should have killed all the beef was that Beyonce went to the premiere of Taylor's, because Taylor also has a movie coming out that's of her tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Beyonce went to the premiere and they were like very kiki, like holding hands, like Beyonce very supportive of her.
Yeah.
It didn't show up on my.
Okay.
I did see one picture of them sitting together, all like.
Yeah. And Taylor sings her praises too. Like she's like, she's like, I am who I am because Beyonce walked. You know what I mean? So like, she's also like not trying to be like
a competition here.
She's not Nicki Minaj of the singing shit.
Good.
Is what I'll say.
I'm glad to hear that.
But I also don't know if I need a collab. And this is not shade. I just don't know if I need that.
Yeah, I'm about to say I wouldn't either, but I'm just saying whatever.
Now watch it drop a collab and it be your favorite song ever.
Favorite would be a strong statement.
I don't know.
That would be shocking.
Is Taylor the one that sings Trouble? I knew you were trouble when you walked. Okay.
Yeah.
She's not. I don't remember any of her songs.
I was trying to think about if I knew one.
What was the point you were about to make?
No, but I was about to say, I don't remember ever hearing, like, I remember people being like, oh, that's Taylor Swift. And I'd be like, oh, that's not a bad song.
Oh, no. Like, yeah. I definitely like listened to a lot of her music in college and like.
Yeah. So I don't think, I mean, to me, it doesn't feel like it would be something where I'd be like, oh, like.
I'm just trying to think of like what it would sound like.
I don't know. Cause like Beyonce did that song with Shakira. That was cute. Like.
The video was cute.
It was.
I don't remember the song as much. The video was really cool. That's what I remember more about that song.
The song did what it needed to do.
It did.
Right? Like, I don't think that it was going to be like the top of anybody's R&B or pop, but like it did what it needed to do. Right?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's it's amazing if you can make a song with somebody else who's in your same genre and make it hit the top. I don't know that that's ever a thing that ever always happens.
Sure.
You hear a lot of crossover rap and, but like two people kind of in the same genre, kind of like pop-ish music. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know that we've heard anybody really hit the top of the charts with that. Like, they have a decent song, but you don't hear them like staying on for months and months and months on the top 10. It's just like, oh, okay, that was a song. That was a great song that they did. And I feel like
that was cute.
I feel like a collab would be.
I feel like the one outlier of that is that Lil Nas X, like Tim McGraw collab.
Is that the
Soundtown Road?
Like that's. I mean, that's an outlier, but yeah, for sure. I think
also didn't realize it was a collab, but now that you mentioned it, I guess he had to get approval for being able to use the song. So
and he had there was like a second version that was the remix where I think he was actually on it.
Oh, okay.
But all I had to say, like, yeah, I'm with you. I think that it's like, they're trying to break down the barriers, which is
like, can y'all just
ode
stop
to who they are? You know what I mean? Like, much less ode to the fans. I feel like it is like, no, she's the best. No, she's the best. It's like it comes from a place that's not nefarious,
right?
Yeah, because
it can get spicy.
Like, we went back to like the artists that she pissed off. Like outside of Khalees, but even like Erykah Badu was like, oh, I inspired
her
the hat. And then like the next show, Beyonce was like shouting her. She was, because in the show she shouts out like a lot of like big female artists.
Oh, nice.
She has like a section where she shouts them all out. And Erica was included in that shout out. And I think she like kept saying her name or like repeated her name. She's just not like a, I'm not gonna beef.
Even when you are trying to
I'm not gonna beef with you. I'm
anger.
gonna show you love regardless. Or even Khalees, like she was like, Khalees, like I'm not happy with this. But I was like, okay, hold my beer. I'm taking you off. Like, we don't have to do this.
Yeah, because it's also like interesting. The part to me about Khalees being mad was weird. And
she was very mad.
Like, I want to be able to like empathize with where like Khalees is coming from, but like if you don't own your rights to your music, and I got the clearances where I needed to get the clearances from, and you're not on that list, like Beyonce's not calling
you
all of these people to be like, hey, can I get this clear? You know what I mean? Her team is doing it.
Yeah, it's also probably a producer that made the beat.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So if you want to be upset with the producer for not keying you into that conversation, because I'm sure that if she knew that you were going to feel some kind of way, she would have just like extended the olive branch. But then to like use her name as like the way to get like, you know, traction on this issue is kind of like, but it's not her issue. Like you not owning the rights to your music is not Beyonce's issue.
Right. And on top of which, instead of recognizing that, you know, you don't own it, but maybe this is an opportunity to use that as a platform for a reason for you to get paid off of it.
And she would have.
Right. And not only that, and saying, hey, look what she did. Y'all need to do the same. That would have been my turn on it. Right. Like wouldn't have been so much anger. And I do understand to a fault a little bit of like being upset just in general, right? Like this is
I'm surprised. Like I'm hearing the music for the first time and suddenly my sample is on it.
Yeah. Sure. And how many years of heartbreak this whole scenario has caused me. So I can understand like it being salt in the wound, but at the same time, sis, you don't have to get on social media and tell everybody.
I was about to say, because the first thing I want to do is try to see if anybody has this information.
Why? Like, this ain't got nothing to do with Khalees. Just in general, when you upset, put this down. Just put this to the side.
Come on, message.
Wait about 30 minutes, then call somebody who's rational and ask them if you should do that. The people who have been hyping you up about whatever being wrong, don't talk to them. Because they ain't the people to be talking to.
Don't call you.
You know what's also funny about that too is just like she was mad before we had even heard the song.
Yeah.
Because the album hadn't even dropped yet. I think it was
leaked.
I think we heard the leaked version of it, but it was also like I remember hearing the song and I'm like, Khalees' sample is where?
Listen, I did the same thing. I was like, I know that I'm not the person that can like hear these samples but I was like,
people did like I think some people like DJs or producers or something like went in and like clipped the part and then also like played her song, played the part, played her song again so we can like really hear where it is. I'm like, ma'am, you are upset about something that we have to like really dig and analyze if it's even your song.
It's a CSI episode. Trying to
when
get to
what you really could have done is just reached out to the people and said, hey, I heard my voice at this point. It wasn't even her voice. Whatever. Don't matter. I heard it. Just as long as y'all run me my check, I will promote the album. Like there are so many different ways you could have handled that scenario.
But you could have used it as an opportunity to get paid. Instead, you just got dropped.
Yeah, because I feel like they said that, and I don't know if this is true. I feel like I remember hearing Beyonce added her she credited her on the song so that she would get some residuals from it playing. But like now
you ain't getting nothing, squat.
And it didn't even make that much of a difference to the song to take it out.
Again, the song leaked. You didn't even see. Had you waited, you could have seen where your name was and been able to be like X, Y, and Z.
Because she's happy on her farm.
Well, I was about to say, you know what? Some people are just not made for the industry. The industry is not kind to everyone.
That's real.
Yeah.
And I think that's where she got it because she recognized it wasn't for her.
This is like too much for her.
Which I totally understand, but stay out. Then just stay out. Like don't allow other people. And it's a sore subject, so I guess it's hard to say that.
And I get you're mad.
You mad? You clearly mad.
I didn't live your life, so I don't know why you're mad.
You mad?
Yeah. All right. Well, are we done standing?
I suppose.
Okay.
Well, you know, we only talked about that. That's pretty much all Renaissance. Do y'all? Are there? Tiffany mentioned she went to other concerts. Did you go to any other concerts? I have not been to any besides her pre-Destiny's Child.
I did. I said mine. I've been to Mrs. Carter tour and On the Run, and then Renaissance was my third.
I'm really sad that I didn't go to one of the On the Runs. I really love those albums.
Which one is the one where she did with Jay-Z?
On the Run.
On the Run. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's an On the Run 1 and On the Run 2.
Yeah, I went to On the Run 2.
What does that mean?
There's 2 albums that they both collaborated on.
Right. So he did. Wait. What?
He's on both.
Oh no, didn't know that either. Okay. All right, look at me learning something.
Yeah, there was 2 tours for that. Okay. Yeah, it was great. I mean, this episode would be all day.
It would.
We can keep going over.
Listen, I just wanted to go all day. I was interested because I know Tiff had gone to 2, but I didn't know how many you had gone to.
Yeah, she's probably the person that I've been to the most shows, and I've only been to 3. Like there's a few artists that I've seen them. I've been able to see them more than once.
Oh,
but I try to make a point to see her when I can afford it. Because that ticket was not cheap.
And sometimes when I can't.
Like affordable housing, she needs to have affordable tickets.
They
would have been affordable. Don't get me started on Ticketmaster.
It's a monopoly. It's actually insane.
I actually hate
this. Can turn into a rant episode real fast.
Yeah,
talking about that.
This is a hate Ticketmaster
Stan account.
Stan account. Yes,
anti-Stan account.
Sick of them. But we can. One thing we gonna do is though
tangent.
Okay. This one's kind of a messy question.
Okay.
Aren't they all?
Wow. Tell me how you really feel. Okay. Do you think that certain artists are upset when they're not in the conversation of like the best of their category?
Of course they are. We know this for a fact.
Why would they be upset?
Remember Ja Rule? Wasn't Ja Rule upset when he wouldn't when someone said he wasn't in the top 50?
And wasn't Soulja Boy mad about this too?
Okay, that's different. Okay, but
Soulja Boy.
Because she started laughing when you said Soulja Boy. She was like, didn't Soulja Boy? Immediately.
I feel like he was also mad about this.
Okay, but what about like artists that have like maybe slightly less ego? I don't know.
Or more.
First of all, the way Nelly is just happy and in love, I don't think he care about nothing.
Who?
Nelly.
Oh, that was the first person that came to mind for me. Is like I feel like Nelly is like, you know what?
But
I had a good run where I was, but he's not expecting to be in any
that's like
best
saying
of
Young
categories.
Jock is upset that maybe he not at the top of the list.
But like, do you know you're not a lyricist? You know what I mean? Like, do you know like where you stand in this?
Some people don't. Because the Soulja Boy believe that about himself? No.
I feel like if you're standing castmate on VH1 or WE, then
you shouldn't. You should.
You're not in this conversation.
No. And don't get me wrong, with Soulja Boy is upset about the wrong thing because he's a producer and you are not going to be on the rappers list.
But he's also a rapper.
So you think that
he rapped a little bit. He produced a whole heck of a lot.
But what about what's his name? Travis. Doesn't he do both? I think that he could be Scott.
Okay, so make sure we're talking about that one.
Yeah. I don't know that man.
We had a whole podcast episode about his concert and people passed away.
That's all I know about that man. I have never listened to.
He's a producer and a rapper.
Oh, okay.
And so for some people, he might be on the tier of both because he's produced a lot of people's work that we consider the greatest.
Oh, okay.
So like, I had this conversation, I think some time ago, actually with Adolphus and Nicole, talking about like, Travis Scott is not all that. And they were ready to argue me down. And that's when I learned about how much he has produced. I didn't know prior to that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but see, I feel like that's still two different conversations.
A great
because you can I love Kanye, but I love him more probably for his but for his production than I would say his rapping.
Ooh.
And I don't.
Oh, really?
I love
even on when it's his own stuff,
like College Dropout and stuff.
Again, he does
My Dark Twisted Fantasy,
right? Because that's the real question.
I'm not
great production and a great album.
I'm just gonna put it out there. Kanye ain't my favorite. So like
now
he's not even in your top 5.
No,
is he in your top 10?
Sure, yeah.
He's definitely in my top 10. He jumped in my top 5 because he's so crazy, but I still acknowledge.
Yeah, there's bodies of work that I can go back to this day.
To this day, I think that Again, though, I don't consider him to be one of the top lyricists. No, in general, and I don't. And it's not
your top 5 because now I'm curious.
Dylan.
But I say that to be. I think he grew his art, right? Like I feel like he didn't come out the gates as one of the best lyricists ever. So for me, that time of growth still doesn't put him in my top 5 for me personally. I know I understand that I may be on this island alone, but
no,
his production, his production, like to me. So I feel like a lot of people who, I don't know too many people who are at the top. I don't know people who are at their top of the game in both. right? Like I feel like there's always going to be one that edges out a little bit above maybe the other. Okay. And for me,
I hear that. Yeah. I just feel like you can potentially be in the conversation, but I also don't know that many great rappers that are doing both. And I feel like that's the hard part too. Like when I think about production, like well-produced albums, I also think of Rick Ross, who I don't think about when I think about like top 5 rapper artists.
Yeah.
But like when I think about like an album I love to hear, like Rick Ross albums, like the way that he has like instrumentals in his rap albums, like I'm for that. But it's also because I love R&B. So like to me, that's the bridge.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. How about anybody else? Anybody else surprising you? Any singers that you think should be that are not part of that conversation that you think are offended?
Like the great singers?
Yeah.
I feel like oh God. I feel really
Kiki Wyatt.
I think everyone knows that she can sing down.
Yeah, I think everybody knows
underrated,
she can, but she is underrated.
Luke James, I feel like he is finally now starting to get more love. I think it's also because I see him more acting than I see him singing.
That's the boy from Grownish.
The Shy.
Oh, that other one. Okay.
That's probably his newest.
Who's
most recent?
He was running for office, I think.
Yeah, he was the mayor.
Yeah. Okay, no, I know who you're talking about. I've never heard any of his music. But
he did Tank's Tiny Desk. He's one of the background singers.
Oh, you did tell us that.
Tank can sing. Tank is a great singer. But I don't know. I was like, wow, he might be showing you up a little bit.
Because Tank and Usher both brought like background singers that can sing you down. Because Tank also wasn't Shantae Moore one of Tank's background singers, or was he singing alongside
or
her
Valentine
or somebody else?
Maybe I'm getting them mixed up.
Tank either had Shantae Moore as one of his backup singers, or when was it Charlie Wilson? I can't remember who Tank was a backup singer for the Tiny Desk.
He was a backup singer before.
And was it him and Shantae Moore and someone else?
Yeah, it was like 3.
Avery Sunshine, maybe? Yeah. Okay.
It was Babyface. That's right. Yeah.
It was. Okay.
So was it Tank or was it Usher?
Where?
That Luke James sang background.
I think it was Tank. Usher had Vito and someone else.
That's right. But and Eric Ballinger.
Yeah. Anyways, really great singers. I think to your point, Tank is a great artist that I feel like gets like very niche love.
Yeah.
But I think he also plays into his niche very heavy.
Yes.
He does. Is he from here?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like maybe that's why we hear him all the time, because like I feel like I hear him a lot, but it might be because he's a hometown
person.
Yeah, maybe it is. But he's getting. I think he has like an RB Money podcast now. Like I think he's like trying to branch.
Yeah, and then I just saw the TGT made up.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. So. I will be
excited.
I will be waiting for that album to drop.
Yeah,
it's Tank, Genuine, and Tyrese.
Tyrese need a check.
That first one, I was not expecting it to go the way that it did. I wonder if they can do it again.
It was good.
You know, Liz Rent Free in my head, them performing on like Good Morning America, or it was like the Today Show or something. And they were singing a song and it's very clear that none of these niggas practiced. It is terrible.
Not even in the back?
No.
Wow.
They don't know the lyrics. Like they're going rogue.
Not the mean Patti LaBelle. And they're not moving the teleprompter.
Yeah. It is terrible, but
I don't know the words.
It is so entertaining.
I don't know the words. Dang. Well.
But yeah.
All right. Good tangent.
That was good.
All right. It's time for Coley's Corner.
Coley's Corner.
All right. Well, our question or situation comes from the Shade Room.
Nervous.
It's a text message conversation between two people in a relationship. And I thought it would be appropriate for today because the fiance, the female, said, babe, I really want to go to the Bey concert. It's in July and pre-sale tickets is February 16th. You don't have to give me a Valentine's Day gift or a birthday present. I just want to go see Beyonce, please. She even sent the screenshot of where the location she wants to go, the date and time. And his response was, come on, we agreed not to spend money on entertainment until we save enough for our house. Yep.
Just don't count.
We've been saving 10 months. Can't do it, babe. Sorry.
You've already been saving 10 months?
Yep. That's what they've been saving 10 months.
We've been diligent already, I feel like.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
It's my birthday and Valentine's Day. Were you not going to give me a gift?
Then she makes another plea and says, this would really make me happy. And the conversation goes on to say, you told me last year an engagement would really make you happy. And I did that. Then he said, a house would really make you happy. We made a deal not to waste money on stuff like that.
Waste?
Her tickets start at $600 for nosebleed without taxes and fees.
How do you know?
Well, I guess he looked it up.
Oh, okay.
He might have said maybe.
Before the pre-sale started?
Right, you don't know.
That's not even what they were.
Exactly, you don't know.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
We can't do it.
Break up with
Once we get this house, we can have fun. Stay focused, babe.
What?
So then she says, so it's a no. When the tickets go on sale, they won't last long. She will be sold out in hours. I'm begging. Are you still saying no? And he said, stay the course.
I'm begging and stay the course?
Yeah, that's what his response was to her. So then she goes, I would consider this the petty route, but it's a petty route I probably would take too. So let me just say that. Wait, some of that money is mine. Though I know I gave you at least $1,000 towards the house fund. Please give me my money and I'll pay it back
later. How much is the fund? Because that doesn't sound like a flex.
Well, it doesn't. Not after 10 months. And then he says, are you serious? Bleep, whatever it was. Are you joking? And then she said, I'm very serious. So then this is when he takes the opportunity to call her ass out. And I chuckled just a little bit. He said, you're telling me Beyonce is more important than our dream house we've been saving 10 months for. You contributed $710 to the fund. The rest is me. You promised to be responsible. Her response was, I want my money. Like JG Wentworth.
I want my money. 877 cash now.
And I want it now.
So he said, okay, I'll withdraw it today and you can pick it up. The engagement is off. I need a break. So she says, wait, you're breaking up with me for asking for my money?
The
Fine.
escalations.
Text me when I can pick it up. Bye.
Wow.
Well,
I mean, that's a breakup.
Beyonce breaking up happy homes.
Clearly, it's not very happy.
I don't think it was very happy in the beginning.
Happy non-homes because I guess they were saving for one.
You gave, what is that, $70 a month is what you contributed?
Yeah, for 10 months.
Wait. Yes. We don't know Sis's job or anything.
No, I don't. I'm not. Okay. I'm not shading her, but I'm just saying like,
if she's willing to pay it back, like.
I mean, granted, also I don't know.
How much is in the fund?
I don't know how much is in the fund. And from the location that she chose, I don't think that they live like in New York or DC or somewhere where the cost of living is
so it
crazy.
Sounds like we're not getting a house anyway.
So.
9 times soon.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're not getting a house, but I think that's not the part we're going to focus on. We're not going to focus on where the house is and what type of house they're getting.
Okay.
She says, I'm not asking for a Valentine's Day present or a birthday present. So can we please get Beyonce tickets? And his response is, no. Now,
stay the course.
Stay the course.
How dare you?
But the optimistic side of me wants to say maybe he was trying to throw her off so that he could gift her this thing. So I would be very curious to follow up these people to see if that's what happened.
We're going to Starbucks and you can maybe get a cake pop.
Or
no, we ain't even going to Starbucks.
We're going to that movie.
We got coffee at home.
Okay.
we got a Keurig at the house.
That's what's giving.
He's giving cheap.
We're gonna go
buy you
the movie.
Wait, is it cheap if you're saving for an end goal?
But I'm just like, if I'm telling you, like, were you not going to get me a gift for these 2 holidays coming up?
$600?
I mean, maybe not for those 2. I don't know. Again, I don't know their financial situation. These are 2 holidays that are coming up. I'll even be like, if I don't do Christmas either, we gonna do. If I really want to go, we can take out Valentine's Day, birthday, Christmas. This is what I want to do. I really, really want to go.
Yeah.
You're just gonna tell me no. Like, there's no talk about it, or like, let's see when tickets drop if we can afford it, or how we can make this work. Like, there's no compromise. It's just no.
Because I agree. Because there's also like not.
Also, nigga, you're not going. I'm going.
Also, the nosebleed seats were not $600.
They weren't.
Not. So there's range, and that range is not true range of the cost. So like you can still at least assess if you can make it work and if it's feasible for your household.
Yeah, let's talk about
before
it.
Like a firm,
no,
absolutely not. If you've been saving for 10 months, I feel like if you've been really diligent, and then this is like an outlier,
we deserve a treat.
The parts that are hard is like this is not. Those like once in a, I won't say lifetime, but like those things that you can't get back. Like this isn't like I want to go see the premiere of this movie that will be out on DVD, right? Like this is one of those things that if you weren't there, you will never know what it was like to be there.
I'm not asking for Gucci slides. Like, I'm asking for, you know what I mean? I'm asking for an experience.
It's an experience, yeah.
I will say though, also, I don't know that there's a full understanding of what that experience is for him.
Sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
but he ain't asked.
I was about to say, I think that this conversation was, it felt very much like y'all really need to go back and just sit down and talk to each other versus trying to like piecemeal this out on text message. Because what it's giving is that y'all are yelling at each other instead of talking to each other.
For sure.
And neither one of y'all have really, I know it's hard reading text message, and the only reason we are talking about this is because it's via text message.
Right.
But it very much is giving that like he's not fully understanding what that experience is, and you're not fully understanding like where y'all have maybe had these long conversations. It's giving that they had like long conversations about their goals and the things that they were going to have to sacrifice. Mm-hmm. And for him, it's, I said what I said. Not even I said what I said. We
agreed to do this.
We agreed to do this, and
things change.
And they do, but also I think for
gotta make room for God's edits.
Because if I wouldn't agree to this if I knew Beyonce was going to drop next year.
Hello.
Well, see, if you're a real fan though, you would
know. You would pay attention.
No, we had no idea.
When she cleared her Instagram is when we knew. Like we didn't.
I'm not saying, but you knew it was coming this year. I know people who were talking. I know people
hoped,
but people also thought that visuals were coming. Those never came, so you just don't know.
We are the visuals.
I hear all of that, but it's giving very much.
It's giving you're agreeing with the patriarchy.
But if
sure,
but also if they agreed to this 10 months before, it might have been before the album dropped. So like I don't know the timing of anything.
I hear all of that, but I also understand
you're not wrong, sis.
That you can save for Beyonce and you can save for a house. And that could have been out of
savings is short, but I agree.
Yeah, like I think that's what he was trying to get at. Is all I'm saying.
That's not what I heard.
That's not what he said. What he's getting at. So from the standpoint of, to me when I hear this, and I'm not a fan of Beyonce's, and I'm not planning on going, it's very much okay. So if you were thinking about maybe this being something that you wanted to do, why wasn't that talked about when we talked about the house? Why wasn't that talked about when we talked about engagement?
I didn't know.
And I'm not saying that you had to know, but I do know that there are people who are true fans who are saying to themselves, okay, I know Beyonce is not dropped anything in X, Y, and Z. Hopefully she does. She's not like Rihanna.
Yeah, but I'm going to say it like this. I am going to agree with the two of you. At the time of making a lifelong commitment with someone, or thinking about making a lifelong commitment and the potential of buying a house, you're not thinking about, hey, what artists are going to drop this year? And how, like, do I need to create a fund or a budget for my entertainment?
But people do. And I'm saying all that to say, what I was getting at, the whole thing I was trying to get at is that she's not a good saver, is what it all boils down to. And so,
what do you? I'm appalled.
Okay, you can be appalled, but the fact of the matter is what I got from him, the backlash is that he's been trying to help her get to this point in saving. And sure, if you have things that you want to do, we need to start. I don't agree with his final decision, but I do think that a conversation could be had about, okay, look, you need to start doing these different saving pots for yourself if there are things that you would like to do.
Let me tell you how I know she's a good saver. She didn't say she was going to pay for the ticket. She asked him to pay for it.
I'm sick of you.
My money is still in the account.
I'm sick of you.
Also, like, if you're only able to save $70 a month, like towards your house, if that's what's happening, like I don't know if you have enough discretionary income to start saving towards like entertainment.
Yeah, also, I do either. Now. What I would not have done is take the money out of the account,
because it's going to take you twice as long.
She's going to pay it back.
Yeah, I'm not going to take the money out of our house account to go to this Beyonce concert.
But also just like being willing to like, okay, the engagement is off. It's like, wait.
Yeah. But now that the engagement's off, you can run me my $780.62 now.
No. Unless it's one of those couples that just breaks up every Tuesday.
Right.
Like that's
but wait a minute.
That's where you lost me.
Escalated to the engagement is off and I need a break. Like, y'all should have been and broke up a long time ago. Matter of fact, he might not have needed to buy a ring, because it sounds like he's just been giving in.
Yes.
And now he's just like, look, I'm done. Like, maybe y'all, this shouldn't be a lifelong situation is what I'm thinking.
Oh, the ultimatum thing?
That's your ultimate advice?
That's my ultimate advice. Like, maybe y'all should reconsider who you're with instead of focusing on
Beyonce. Beyonce's not the problem.
Yeah, no, I don't think Beyonce's a problem. She's not. The overall relationship.
Always on beat.
Never her.
Never the problem. So that's it for Close Corner. So don't forget if you need some really good advice from the auntie panel,
Sage,
please make sure to DM us respectfully at What Keeps Us or email us at wkutogether@gmail.com.
My sis is, listen.
On it.
You was on it. All right.
That's what that 50th episode do.
Hello.
It's time for Me with a Week. Okay, so clearly staying on the Beyonce train. This is from the Melanated Shades Room. And she says, this was in the DC concert. And she said, I really thought Beyonce was going to cut the show short last night, but my good sis slapped on that wet and wavy wig, paid the train to stay open late, and got to work. A performer. A queen.
One thing you're not going to do is disrupt the DC, New York, or Atlanta fans.
Yeah.
And that was in DC.
Yeah, the DC, it rained really, really hard.
And a thunderstorm too, right?
Yeah, so she delayed the concert like hours. It wasn't even like, for us, I think it rained. We thought it was going to be delayed, and maybe it's like 10 minutes, maybe. But yeah, DC was delayed hours. And I think the train stopped running during what was like midnight or 1 or something.
It's at midnight,
And so because of that, she paid. I mean, like
first of all,
a queen.
Big flex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I got it. What
Yeah,
you
don't
need?
worry. Y'all
keep
get
a
home.
whole metro system running.
Right.
Yeah.
Big flex.
Yeah. Love that.
I mean, but maybe for her, if you're looking at cost analysis, it's cheaper to pay them than it is to refund tickets.
Yep.
That, and it's better for your brand to pay to keep the trains open than it is to disappoint hundreds of thousands of fans.
Yeah. But also, what was it like? Maybe like 6 figures.
I think it was like $300K.
Yeah. Like what to Beyonce, that's probably like, I don't know.
Going to get coffee.
Yeah. McDonald's money.
Here, damn.
Yeah. Peasants.
That's it.
Bothering me about this.
Okay. Yeah, here.
I mean, this is
my card.
hours ago.
It's fine. Yeah.
I would have seen the potential of rain and just told y'all to go ahead
Blue's
and do that.
probably like, I got it. It's fine. Use my card.
Blue's got it.
Yeah.
And she does.
Swipe right.
Yeah.
And she does.
Not use my card.
Yeah, it's fine. I got this, Mom.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
it's time for Afro Shade.
Who are we affirming? Beyonce? Like, who's the audience?
I mean,
Not you crying again. Just sing the words to Hello and then let's move on.
I can't because of my throat.
Come on, Nia.
Need some throat coat. I ran out.
not the third grade.
I mean, I think we can also, like, it's 50. This is a big milestone for us. So we can affirm. Our first episode, we affirmed each other.
Oh, okay. Were we ratchet about it? Were we sincere?
you were sincere.
Mostly.
Okay. Proud of us.
I think it's where Afro Shade
Started?
because we were
because it
trying
was
to be
like-
cute
and then
and really good, and we were like, absolutely not. This is not on brand.
That sounds on brand.
Yeah, let's
It is.
switch this up a little bit.
Yes.
So I don't think we need to each affirm each other, but we can maybe we'll affirm the pod.
Okay, I'm with that. For the next
Okay.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
The
next
true milestone.
Yeah.
Mm.
Apparently.
Who wants to go first?
Anybody got anything?
I affirm for us that we stick with it, that our friendship continues to grow, and we continue to become closer and closer to each other, that we continue to support each other and uplift each other and push each other and to challenge each other.
Okay.
I see great things ahead for us individually
Yay.
and collectively. So
I love that.
I'm excited for the next 50. And even if it's only 10 more, like I'm excited we did this.
Yeah, me
We
too.
did it together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go next because I feel like similarly, I agree with all of that and I receive all of that. But I think to tie in like our episode and our pod, I think that there is strength in who we're trying to reach. You know what I mean? I feel like there is like, I know that we've talked about like content, if we need to like change up the way that we do our podcast episodes because like maybe it's not reaching the right audience or maybe like our audience won't be able to resonate with like the way that we talk about things. But I think that it's our strength.
Yeah.
I feel like there is like an aspect to like the way that we like really deep dive into topics, not necessarily Beyonce, but that we like really like bring like varying perspectives like from our core audience group that like will resonate with the more and more people that get to know us. And so like that's what I affirm for us is that we stay the course and we continue to do what's true for us and authentic for us as we get into the next 50.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so I affirm for us that, well, first of all, I agree with everything. Absolutely. But I absolutely affirm for us that as we continue to grow as individuals, that we continue to learn more about each other. I think we mentioned earlier that we probably have learned more about each other, as if that's even possible. But I I just affirm that we're going to see new and different things and go to greater heights. Like I can see it. It's like one of those things where it's like, you can kind of see it in the distance, but you know that there's work to get to it. So I affirm that we'll get there.
Oh, that is so sweet.
You about to be shady?
No. I mean,
she about to get all sentimental.
Not you could.
I mean, no. When I even think about back to when we were starting this, and it just being about us being able to have an opportunity to share time with each other, but not only that, but I mean, we think we're funny, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it resonates. But to have our audience also affirm for us and letting us know that they feel the same way we feel about each other has been, I don't know, it's been nice to see like everyone loving on y'all the way that I love y'all. So I want to affirm. Oh, and I looked up what 50 means.
Okay.
And it means complete perfection, the completing of a cycle or the ending of an old cycle and the beginning of a new one.
Oh.
So that was really, really nice. So
I love that.
Right. I want to affirm for us, this is just the beginning. Right? Like I feel like the 50s, to Carol's point, whether or not we do this for another 50 or not, it's still the beginning of a new era of our friendship, but also I think for the podcast as well. You guys are going to watch us grow, and I affirm for all of us that we just continue to embrace ourselves as we do that. Because I don't know, I feel like even when we started this, we didn't know what we were going to sound like. We didn't know what this was going to look like. We didn't know how we were going to do this. And a lot of times that can feel daunting. But I've been so glad to watch y'all grow and allow me to grow in this. So I'm just affirming that we just keep doing that in the next chapter. Oh, yeah.
I love us.
I do too. Yeah.
Look.
Love you guys.
All right.
All right. See you guys.
Go see Beyonce tonight or this week or before it goes out of theaters.
Yes.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Bye.
Right, bye.
Peace.